Ladies and gentlemen, I finished Resident Evil Zero, aka ReZero, aka ReZero, aka Really Energetic Zero, aka Really Enigmatic Zero. Yeah, let's talk about Season 3 very quickly. So, where do I start? Let's start with episode 1. Episode 1 is probably one of the best episodes of ReZero so far. I'm not gonna lie. Oh god, where's my chat? We are live on kick.tv/OmarioRpg. Come and say hello. Episode 1 was really, really good. And genuinely, I was like, yes, we're so back. We're so back. So when we watched episode 1, when I watched episode 1, I was like, yes, we're so back. And then the show did this. And then it did that. I also... I'm a 33-year-old Giga Chad, 6'4" with a beard that plays football and just is a man's man. Sometimes, if an anime, when I'm watching a show, and I have to ask myself if I'm the target audience, has anyone ever had that feeling? Has anyone ever had that feeling? And I'll probably get called insecure in the comments or anti-woke or whatever. I don't give a shit. It's just, I'm just telling you my thoughts. This show has too many, like, child characters. I've said it before, man. And it's such a shame. I don't know why. So, that I don't like about the show. Every villain in Season 3, for some reason, is a chibi character, pretty much. Except for the only two good villains. Regulus was elite. And is her name Wrath? And Wrath, so good. So good. The rest just didn't click with me. Except, in my opinion, the best episode of ReZero so far, and of course he's in it, is, what's his name? Oh god. The old man, Lock in. Not Julius. I do like Julius. Oh, the old man. I should know his name. The one who was fighting the giant. He wasn't fighting the giant blue thing, but that was sick as well. I've forgotten his name. I can't believe I've forgotten my favorite character's name. Wilhelm. Sorry, Wilhelm. Sorry, I'm watching so many things right now. I liked Wilhelm. I liked Raph. I think her name is Sirius. I liked... Reinhardt is interesting because I should like Reinhardt, and I do. It's not that I don't like him. It's that he just seems to be... And I know you're going to say this is the sword... He's the most OP character in the game, in the show. He seems to be used as like a plot device to just beat a hard enemy and then leaves. And I want more from him. I want to know more about him. And I know we got a little bit of a flashback and a little bit about his story, but he just seems to be OP character, enter and leave. I don't know if I really liked Lilia. I'm so bad with names. I'm so sorry. I'm cooked. Emilia. I really liked Emilia this season and what she was doing, and you know how she was being against Regulus and trying to help all the wives and stuff like that. Subaru this season. Listen, I really like the Groundhog Day mechanic. But the show, for some reason, is stepping away from its most unique feature. And I know you're going to tell me, but Omar, you know, it's about him not wanting to do that, and, you know, that makes him depressed. I understand all that. And I like that they make it impactful, that whenever he comes back, you know, it's not just, hey, I'm back, let's go back. No, I get that. And I really like Subaru. Very unique main character. Amazing voice acting. But it's such a cool mechanic, and I'm not saying spam it, but... this is why I like the beginning of the season, because they used it, and then it's never seen again. And, you know what I mean? It's the show's coolest mechanic, and it's just barely in it. And also, Subaru and Amelia's relationship, and I understand Amelia doesn't really understand relationships, but that's kind of was put to the side. Not that they didn't grow, and I'm not saying, oh, make out every episode, but, like, it didn't seem like there was growth from the relationship in season 2. I knew someone would mention Bocce, but the thing is, I didn't feel like Bocce wasn't aimed at me. I genuinely, because Bocce felt like One Punch Man. It just felt like a comedy. So it's actually, I respect that you brought up Bocce, because, you know, that's a pink-haired girl doing, but I never felt like that during Bocce. That's why I didn't bring it up. Genuinely, this is one of the only animes I think I've dealt with these, all these little kid characters. Like, I'll name a few. Liliana's backstory, by the way, Liliana, who got introduced, was really cool. But look at all the kid characters. You've got, look, I'm going through their names right now. Roy Alphard, Felix Argyle. I don't know if that's a kid, a boy. They literally called that cat girl a femboy in the show. There's 3 brothers or sisters that are all cat girl kids, boys. Lai Balan Kaitos, Beatrice, Lust. The one called Lust is a freaking little girl. Felt. I like Felt though. I don't need to go through them all. You get my point. Anyway, episode I really liked was Wilhelm fighting his wife and Kurgan fighting... I've forgotten his name. I'm cooked. I'm actually cooked. Garfield. I really liked that. And the end was really good as well. I really like the end and the outcome, and I do still think that there's too many question marks. Like, explain to me, right, how now towards the end everyone's like, who is Julius? But they're not saying that about the other characters that Greed fought. Do you understand? So, at the end, you're confused. It's like, oh, okay, so there's another person who his identity got stolen, so now everyone forgets him, which is a really cool mechanic, by the way. Really cool mechanic. But it only happens to, like, it's like they pick and choose who it happens to. I don't know, it sounds like I have a lot of problems, but it's just I like the show so much, and I like the premise. I guess I'm passionate about it, and there's just weird choices and decisions. Season 1 was just so consistently good, and in Season 2 and Season 3 was so inconsistent for me. Like, I'd watch an episode that was a 9 or an 8, and then an episode that's like a 5 and a 6. And it's such a shame. It's such a shame. I do like Priscilla. Most of you will be like, oh, because she's hot. No, it's just she's actually a cool, unique character and is stubborn with her uh thoughts and mindset. And I really like her guard. Is his name Al? I really like Al. Um, if I had to choose an MVP of this season, it would definitely go to my boy Otto. Again, I think Otto has now become my favorite character. He's just the most consistent. You know, he like gets out of things charismatically, and then when he needs to, he uses his powers, and it's not like forced, if that makes sense. I think he's the best written character as well. And I just like him all around. I really like Otto. I really, really like Otto. I can't think of a character similar to him power-wise and like demeanor-wise. I like the idea of he's a merchant who would be good talkers, and he talks a lot, his way out of things a lot, and then uses his powers that we got that brilliant flashback from season 2. In regards, oh yeah, and Puck, so many question marks about Puck, like, where the hell is he? People will be like, oh, you probably got told where, but... And, you know, there's just so many question marks on the show. I do prefer season 3 to 2. 1 was my favorite. The music was so much better in 3, and the world building is so cool. If I had to choose my favorite character, it'd be Otto or Wilhelm. The grey hair buff. It's the classic. Both of them have grey hair. They got the grey hair buff. I really liked Al and Priscilla. I really liked Garfield this season. And I really liked Amelia. This, I think, was Subaru's worst season. I don't really get Beatrice. I do like her. I don't really get her. You know? Don't really understand Beatrice. Maybe the character just hasn't clicked with me. Like, I don't really understand Roseval or why Puck's not there, or where is that grey-haired, you know, another child character that we saw in Emilia's flashback. I do have a theory that Raph might be Emilia's mum. Not mum, not real mum. I don't know who her real mum and dad are. I have a theory. My theory is that Raph is the one who was in love with Petaljuice. I can't remember her mum's name. In her flashback. The one with grey hair and she looked like Amelia, but it's not her mum. I think it's her aunt. I did like the blonde girl Liliana's flashback. About her family and all of that, but the singing and stuff, I'll be honest, I fast forwarded it. I get it, you know, singing to stop the powers and stuff. I'll be honest, I fast forwarded it. I'm not gonna lie. It's just not my kind of music, and I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like a show's not aimed at me. I also did like Lust's fight with Subaru, and the dragon, and then the dragon got taken away. That one of those dragons was real. That wasn't Lust, right? Yeah, that wasn't Lust. We don't know what happened to that dragon. There are a lot. The problem with the show is there's so many question marks. And not enough answers. And I don't know if the payoffs will be worth it. That's my biggest problem with the show. So I'd love to know in the comments, and I know this sounds like I am criticizing it a lot, so the comments, you're probably all going to be angry at me. Fair enough, whatever. But I'd love to know, to people who haven't read the manga, how do you guys feel about all these question marks we've got? And why am I... Because I've had shows that leave question marks, but it's like in this show, they're written awkwardly. It feels like they've forgotten to tell you about these things. I can't explain it. That's the best way. That's the best way I can explain it. It's like they bring up something happens, then something about what happened isn't explained, and you don't know if you just forgot, didn't pay attention, or it will get mentioned later in the season. You know, in regards to Roseval, what happened to Puck, the dragon that flew away. Those are just a few. All, you know, the Gospels. You know what I mean? So, again, good show. I'm probably not going to react to season 4. I'm probably going to just continue doing this because I feel like it's going to be weird to just change and start reacting randomly at season 4. We will see. Time will tell. Maybe I'll have a really non-busy April. Maybe I just go on an isekai binge, and all 3 of those seasons, for some reason, all the new isekai animes all come out in April. Not the new isekai animes. The continued seasons of Slime, Mushoku, and ReZero. They're all out in April. That's so strange. So maybe we just go on a crazy isekai vibe. Who knows? But anyway, I do recommend the show for anyone who hasn't seen ReZero. I just hate some of the character designs. And worried that some of the payoffs for all these long waits or question marks won't hit. And I do wish they'd use more of the Groundhog Day mechanic for Subaru. I really like that about Season 1 and the start of Season 2 and the start of Season 3. Him figuring out how to deal and learn from the scenarios he's been in by coming back from death. So that's what I'm hoping for Season 4. And hopefully we get some more answers about the things that are in the show. And again, it's just my criticism and my opinion. Let me know your opinions in the comments down below. And I'll see you guys next time.